You've been into orchids for a while now, Alan?
Yeah, since late 85, and the more I get involved, the more I learn, and I like to go out, find something you've never seen before, because you've got to go to an area you've never been before.
This is Jervis Bay, about 3 hours south of Sydney, and I'm with Alan Stevenson, who knows a thing or two about the native orchids that grow around here.
There's one up there, that's the one we're looking for, Docrelia terretifolia, the common name of bridal veil orchid.
Nice looking orchid, that one.
That's a nice looking by anybody's standards, I think. And when you see a plant that's a couple of metres long, it's a really stunning sight, I think. And this time of the year, all the coastal lakes in New South Wales, you'll find these things on these trees. We have so many different landforms in the Shoalhaven. We have escarpments and rainforest and wet and dry forest and heathland. So the 143 orchids we have here can find a home somewhere in that for sure.
Alan is with the Australian Orchid Council, and over the years he's become a bit obsessed with these beautiful but elusive plants. So the terrestrials are pretty hard to find, yeah?
They can be. You've got to be able to recognise a leaf if it's not, plant's not in flower, but we've got one here.
This would be a fairly standard position for an orchid hunter.
It is too for an orchid hunter or a photographer. Most of these plants don't grow too high, and you've got to get down close enough to see exactly what they are when some of them are similar in shape and size.
And what are we looking at here?
This is Pterostylis nutans, the common nodding greenhood. It's a rosette pterostylis. You can see the rosette, and it flowers from the centre of the rosette.
And you can see the hood itself, it's almost see-through, isn't it?
Well, that's right, it is translucent, and it's a feature of it. It's a single flower one. There's another multi-flower species quite nearby. It's a Bunycolis longifolius, but still in the wider greenhood group.
And this sort of area here, it's not real nutrient-rich by the looks of it.
No, well, the one thing about orchids is they adapt to anything there. They don't need a couple of metres of good garden loam to propagate.
Now, you came into orchids at a fairly late stage in your plant career.
I did, yes. I was just over 40 when I started with orchids, and it grew and grew and grew. And I joined the local orchid society, and about 15 months later, the Orchid Society of New South Wales was starting orchid judging courses. So my wife said, why don't you have a go at that? So I did. What
began as a hobby for you has become a very all-consuming passion by the sound of it.
It is an all-consuming passion, but it's one I thoroughly enjoy.
This looks like another epiphyte here, Alan.
It is close. This is the Tropolis amia, the ironbark orchid.
They're a long way up, aren't they?
Lots of air movement up there and a bit of sunlight, even though they're on the southern side of the tree.
And so the height, I guess, gives them a bit of an opportunity to spread too,
It does. When the plant gets pollinated, the seed capsules are wind dispersed and they settle on that tree because they're happy with the fungus that the tree produces.
And specific to the ironbarks?
Specific to the ironbark, yes.
So these particular trees, they won't shed their bark either, will they?
Never shed their bark. They'll stay there all the time. It's permanent. The eucalypts throw their bark off every other year or so, and no sensible orchid is going to live there where they're going to kick their house and home. This is Achianthus fornicatus, one of the single-leaved orchids. You can tell what it is by turning the leaf over, and it's red-purple underneath.
Once you know what you're looking for, you can see them. They're kind of spread right out.
It's quite easy to see, and it's quite common to be a lot of leaves there. Not every leaf will flower, but enough to continue the population.
So they'll spread from a parent plant?
Either get pollinated by an insect and reproduce by seed, or by vegetative measure under the ground by replacement of the little tuber, which is like a miniature potato under the ground.
The more he discovers about these small but amazing plants, the more Alan is concerned, but also hopeful about their future.
Development has to occur, nobody can deny that, but it's where the development takes place and the processes leading up to that which are crucial to habitat retention, not just orchids, because if you retain the habitat, the orchids will do what they've been doing for millions of years and just keep on keeping on.
This is a much bushier looking specimen.
This is Clarington. It's nice level too. It's Cymbidium square, one of the few Cymbidiums in Australia. We only have 3. This is the only one growing in this region.
And you'll find this in the forks and...
In the forks, in the hollow part of a tree, whether it's a cut-off stump, a fallen log, or even a mature tree with a hollow in it, this will find a home in there. Because
So that heartwood of the tree,
the heartwood stays at the right moisture all the time.
So it's not flowering at the moment, but what colour flower would be looking at here?
It's a greeny-brown flower, a pendulous thing that hangs down. I think there's a variety of colour, shape, size and combinations of colours that we have. And orchids have been in existence for 92 million years, and they'll keep going that way if we just retain the habitat in which they're found.